Welcome to Shaggyshane's post-draft talk here with Clay Wendler to my right, and to my far right is Lance Twidwell of the Spoken. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs, 2 picks are in for this evening. The Chiefs traded up earlier than 54 up to, I believe, what was it, 42, Lance, or 41?
Yes.
To get Breland Speaks. It's not who we had in our mock draft. Clay, what did you see of Breland Speaks on film that you liked, or what caught your eye?
Well, I mean, obviously nobody has seen a whole lot of film on this guy, but the Chiefs got run over in the playoff game and largely have had a spotty run defense the last 3 or 4 years. So defensive line was obviously something they needed to address, and they felt highly enough of this guy to move up and get him.
Right. And what did you take from Breland Speaks?
I was shocked. I didn't really know what to take away from it, guys, but what I will say is I don't feel negative about it. I know that it definitely threw a lot of Chiefs fans off. I saw a lot of people saying I don't really know how to feel about it. I think that was kind of a consensus agreement. A lot of fans didn't really know much about the guy. But after studying a little bit, after we saw that he had been drafted, within an hour I felt a lot better about it. I was a lot more sure about the pick, and I understood why Brett decided to go that route. Because of the fact that this guy, from everything I've read from multiple scouts, and of course they could be wrong, but from what they said is that this guy has a high motor, very emotional. He can definitely be a leader type, and with a guy like Chris Jones right next to him, who's pretty much the same type of guy, character and player, I really like the idea of them pairing together. So overall, I think that wasn't a really definite bad pick, but there's a long way to go, and the cliche "we will see what happens" definitely plays its place in this one.
In our mock draft, we talked about corners and outside linebackers. That wasn't addressed. They got nose tackle in the 3rd round with the gentleman by the name of...
Oh, I'm sorry, Derek Nottie. I apologize.
Derek Nottie,
I thought you were going to say it, but you paused for a second. So, yeah, Derek Nottie, that's correct. It's number 75 overall.
What do you think about that, Clay?
Well, you know, the Chiefs had Dontari Poe, and they had another guy whose name I forgot a couple of years ago playing nose tackle for them at a pretty high level, and then Poe got hurt, and they got rid of him. They brought in Benny Logan last year. He didn't really live up to expectations, so now they seem to have targeted the defensive line as the main area they wanted to rebuild in this draft, and so they got their true nose tackle, and they got a defensive end to flank him with. So are these guys going to be opening day starters? I don't know, but certainly they've thrown 4 picks at the defensive line now, essentially.
Yeah.
So
They gave up draft picks. These kids got to come in and play. Tano Pasnio's got to come in and play. I know I've been beating that drum on all my shows lately, but the Chiefs' defense as a whole, what needs to change around fundamentally for this team to change? Because you were talking about how the offense is going to carry that team. I want you, Lance, to break that down, how we're going to be different, how we should think differently going into the 2018 season and beyond.
Well, this is a very delicate time, and I would say the most delicate time for all Chiefs fans of all ages, because of the fact that for the first time ever, this team is building around a franchise-style quarterback. For the longest time, we know the story, guys. It's been retreads, and you got to figure out a way to build the best defense possible in order for them to lead the team and hope that you're just good enough to go far into the playoffs. That's not exactly how they're going to be building. Now, they will be aggressive, and they have shown how many times they've traded up in the last year and a half, 2 years, that they will be trading up and being aggressive to get the best player available, who they like the most. And obviously, defense is the number one thing right now, because this offense is so loaded and will be what leads this team as far as they go this year. We will win and lose by our offense this season at least. And Patrick Mahomes is the most important player on this team and will be for the next 10 to 15 years at least. So with all that said, guys, this team, I mean, there's holes all over the defensive side. Let me do a little strum for you. There's holes all over this defensive side, the defensive side of the ball, guys. That's no question. And they had to address what was a glaring problem over the last several years. It's been what? Not being able to stop the 3rd down, especially running on 3rd down especially. You saw Le'Veon Bell the last couple of years against the Chiefs, just destroyed us. It was disheartening. There was nothing we could do. The offense just sat on the sidelines, and even when they were on the field, sometimes it looked like they sat on the sidelines. Regardless, the defense needed help up front, and the Chiefs have addressed that. If you ask my opinion on this Nottie pick, from everything I've seen from guys, they love this guy. They can't believe he fell this far. It was only because of the position, not because of how great he was or wasn't. This guy is a true NFL talent. I really like that pick. It is Nottie time in Kansas City.
Ha! What do you think about it, Mr. Red Tribe Cinema? What do you take about Mr. Nottie?
The Chiefs got run over in the playoffs by the Titans, so anything they can do to not get run over next year would be good.
Yeah,
and
plain and simple.
What do you think about Patrick Mahomes leading this franchise for the next 12 to 15 years?
It's about damn time.
Ha!
I don't even know why I have this guitar, but yeah, it just got me excited just talking about Pat. I mean, like I said, this team is in a total transitional phase. It's not rebuilding. It's reloading. If you look at this offense, thank you for that. If you look at this offense right now, like I said, guys, they're going to score a lot of points. We're going to be scoring a lot of points this next season for years to come. The defense has to play keep up. The pressure will not be on them anymore. I think that's why Chris Jones was up and down a lot last season with Noddy now around him, with other talented young players who, by the way, some of these guys will be in contract years in 2019. They're very motivated to make a name in Kansas City, and I think these guys that Brett Veach has gotten today, and like I said, my boy right here, Shane, always says hashtag trust in Veach.
Yeah!
I'm doing that today, guys. I mean, obviously I had other positions of need that I wanted them to address first and foremost. I had other guys, like I said, Lorenzo Carter, guys like that I really liked. But I see what the Chiefs are doing. We've talked about this leading up to right now and doing this video. I think the Chiefs are doing the right thing, and I'm going to trust the process. I really am, because after Patrick Mahomes, I don't feel like the Chiefs can do anything wrong.
Saying!